How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Finding Charizard. And yes, we're back with another video today, and this time, guys, we'll be going back to the Pokemon Sun and Moon era because there's a few booster boxes I want to talk about and a few cards I want to bring up to you guys as well, and kind of want you guys to have a think about if you think this is a good time to start investing in some of these products before they start to skyrocket. Because for me, Pokemon the Sun and Moon era was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought there were a lot of really nice sets within that era, and some absolute banging cards from a few of these sets as well. But I'll give you a rundown of some of the sets. So I'm listing off my top 5 sets and booster boxes, and some, like, I've got a couple of cards from each set that I'll be pointing out as well, with like the key cards from the set, the most valuable ones as well. So hopefully you guys will enjoy today's video. But before we start, if you can do me a massive favor, if you can subscribe to the channel, like today's video, and smash that notification so you don't miss any of my future videos, that'd be absolutely amazing. And I'm loving all your support as well. It really does mean so much. So with that being said, let's talk about my first set, and probably kind of a bit of a controversial one at the same time, but hopefully guys you will agree with me towards the end of me explaining about Burning Shadows. What a set it was. I absolutely loved Burning Shadows. It got heavily reprinted. There's no doubt getting away from that. It was a heavy reprinted set, hence why like the value of the booster boxes haven't shot up in value, and some of the cards around haven't really gone into major levels either. In terms of value. So you can actually go on eBay on the secondary market, and you can actually pick up a Burning Shadows booster box for £280. At retail price, when the set was first released, it was around like £90, £90 to £100, depending where you get it and what best deal you could get. But now, like I said, £280 is what you would pay for a new Burning Shadows sealed booster box. For me, there wasn't like many other cards other than that beautiful Charizard GX card that I really cared about. So the main card from the set for me was the Charizard GX. And what a card this is. This was like my first Charizard hunt I really properly did on the channel. I opened the booster box, I think, and lots of packs as well. That Charizard card for me is such an iconic card because it was like the first rainbow rare Charizard card that, you know, there was, if you like. And in a PSA 10, it is a whopping £2,750 card. That's the cheapest listing on eBay, and that is an epic amount of money considering you've got a £280 box you can buy. And if you did pull that Charizard GX and got a graded 10, you're looking at £2,750. The set itself wasn't a good set in terms of the quality of the set, of like the print of the cards wasn't of a good quality, hence why there's not that many Charizard GX in a PSA 10 of that rainbow rare. But yeah, the quality of the Burning Shadows set wasn't good in terms of like the print. It had a lot to be desired. With it being so hard to get the 10 in that's why it is valued at that high $2,750 ceiling. Amazing set for me. I had to include it because of that Charizard GX card, but over time I do think it's going to be a set to remember, and it's going to be a good set to have invested in. If you do have one of these, leave a comment down below. How many boxes do you have? I don't actually have any, but I am itching to get hold of one. Not that I'm going to crack it open, but I just want to have it and let it sit there for a couple of years and see how it does on the market. I'm a firm believer, if you hold on to product for a good amount of years and over time, even like Steam Siege for instance, let's talk about Steam Siege for just one sec. Steam Siege, most hated set of Pokemon, or one of, let's say. Everyone got sick of Steam Siege, got printed to the ground, but you're still above that MSRP. So if you even bought a Steam Siege booster box when it was first released, and now you can still, like, it's upwards of like 280 quid to go and buy a Steam Siege booster box, you've still made money as long as you've held on to that product for a length of time. So that's what I want you guys to kind of remember as we go on throughout the rest of the video and some of these sets that I'll be talking about as well. So like Burning Shadows, had a heavy reprint, but it has that Charizard chase card in it, and I still think it's going to be a very good set in the future as well. So let's move on to my next booster box and set I want to talk about. Next is the Unbroken Bond set. For me, I absolutely love Unbroken Bonds. This kind of one, I had a bit of a gap from YouTube and I kind of got back into it around Unbroken Bonds, that kind of era. And in that set was Reshiram Charizard GX. And obviously you can see this is a PSA 8. This was actually my first card I got sent away to PSA. So this one has that kind of nostalgia for me. My first ever graded card that I got. PSA 8, still a really nice grade. Not the 10 that I was praying for. But this was before I kind of really knew what I was looking at in terms of like conditions of cards and how they grade them at PSA and stuff. Because the issue with this card was the centering on the front and back. However, it was clean, everything else. You know, one of my favorite cards I had in my collection. Unbroken Bonds booster box on eBay, you'd be looking to pay 360 quid right now. So that's a hefty chunk more than the Burning Shadows. And Unbroken Bonds did have some other nice cards around it. You also had the Blastoise GX, which I think was a really nice Blastoise card. And that's in the PSA 10, shoots around for 250 quid as well. Those were like the two I wanted to include. The Charizard, obviously Charizard being Charizard, starts a chase. And if you guys remember, around this sort of time, there was Unlisted Leaf. He was tearing these up, doing rips and flips and what have you. And yeah, that was a big hype at the time when Unbroken Bonds was released as well. And the Blastoise, I just thought the artwork on the card is really nice. And a lot of people do like Blastoise as well. In the Charizard Reshiram, in the PSA 10 though, you're looking to pay around 400 quid for this bad boy. Happy days, take some of that all day long. And as a set though, and as a booster box, 260 quid. And I think over time, give another 5 years or so, that value will increase for sure, in my opinion. Another really popular set. And you'll probably notice as the video goes on, guys, all of these sets, most of these sets do have a Charizard in it, which obviously can increase the value of a set and some of the individual cards as well. Next up I want to talk about is Unified Minds. Unified Minds had a bit of a mixed bag for me. The only card I really cared about were two cards actually. Was the Mew and Mewtwo Rainbow Rare, which is a beautiful card. I really like that card, and the full art's a really nice card as well. But in the PSA 10 of that Rainbow Rare Mew and Mewtwo is £260. And another really nice card as well, a very popular card at the time, was Misty's Favour. In a PSA 10, a £300 card. Really nice card. You can actually pick that card for like around 100, 120, and if we were to get a PSA 10, then you've made, you know, nearly double your money. And Unified Minds as a booster box, you can pick up a booster box on the secondary market for £270. It's actually the cheapest listing, the cheapest booster box I have on my list, Unified Minds. Like I said, mixed kettle of fish for Unified Minds. If you're a really big fan of Mewtwo and Mew, then this set will probably be for you, but I actually really do like Mew as a Pokemon, so I wanted to include it, and it's one that I do think has potential to go up in value over time as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Unified Minds. So next up we have Cosmic Eclipse. What a set this was. I absolutely loved Cosmic Eclipse. I wish I got a booster box at the time, because now you're looking to pay around £440 for a booster box. And obviously there was quite a few chase cards in this set. You have the Charizard once again. Charizard Braxton in a PSA 10 goes for around £300. And as a raw card, it's not as much as you think. You can pick up for 80 to 120 quid. You can get it for around. So not the most valuable Charizard, but still, nevertheless, it's still a Charizard from a set that has a lot of collectability through it. Because you also have like those art gallery cards, like the Pikachu card as well. It's actually a card that I've got at PSA at the minute, and even that card, that's like a £200 card in a PSA 10, and I'm predicted to get a 10, and I actually pulled that card, so I'm actually buzzing that I could potentially have made 200 quid on that card. Well, 180 if you include my PSA fee and what have you as well. But another amazing card from this set for me is the Arceus, Dialga and Palkia statue card. What a card. I actually love the artwork on this card. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you have this card in your collection. It is one I am itching to get. I just think it's a beautiful card, and for PSA 10 it's 295, so only a fiver cheaper than that Charizard card. So yeah, they're the kind of cards I'll definitely keep an eye on in the market over the next few years or so. Cosmic Eclipse for me, it just shouts like it's going to go up in value. I'm an investor and I kind of go with my gut feeling, and I feel like Cosmic Eclipse is one of those sets that could just boom at some point. I don't know why. That's just how I feel about Cosmic Eclipse. I could be totally wrong. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor or what. That's just my feeling of Cosmic Eclipse. I just feel it's got that potential to go to that next level and be very, very good investment in the future. And like I said, good collectability throughout this set. The art gallery cards, you've got the full art cards, you've got GXs, you've got rainbows as well. So there's a lot of collectability in this set. And like I said, that Pikachu was the most desired card from like those art gallery cards as well. A beautiful card. And yeah, amazing set, Cosmic Eclipse. and £440. If you have got that kind of money to spend on a booster box, is it worth the gamble? Leave a comment below if you think that is one that you would go for. The mother of the list I have in front of me, the last set I wanted to talk about in the booster box, is the Team Up. What a set that was, and what a price it is at the minute as well. If you're wanting to buy a Team Up booster box, you're looking to pay around £820, and that's on eBay. That's the cheapest listing I can find at the minute. A very, very healthy sum. I'd rather pick up a Burning Shadows, I'd rather pick up a Cosmic Eclipse, and maybe get them both kind of around that kind of same figure. That's what I would do if I had that kind of money and I wanted to invest in the Sun and Moon era. That's probably where I would go to more so. But yeah, don't get me wrong, Team Up, amazing set. So many cards on, like basically some of the standard GX cards had just epic artwork. Some of the Snorlax cards were really nice, the Gengar cards were really nice as well. But the main one from Team Up was that Latios and Latias, and it looks absolutely stunning. And in the PSA 10, that is a whopping £700. What a beautiful card though. That is amazing artwork. I totally get around that. And leave a comment down below, guys, if you've got that card as well. I just want to know how many people actually have this card, and if they have it in a 10, do leave a comment, because that is such an epic card. And another really popular card was the Pikachu Zekrom as well, the fill art of that. Obviously Pikachu, there's so many Pikachu fans and collectors out there. Pikachu cards always seem to do pretty well. And in the PSA 10, that is a £340 card. Epic card as well. And you know, there's some other ones as well, like the Magikarp Wailord full art. That is a really nice artwork. That's why, like, I think Team Up was so popular, because it has such a unique artwork as well on some of these cards. And you know, we have to remember as well, Team Up was the first set we kind of saw Pokemon together, like tagging up together, and that's kind of what started that trend. And then, you know, we had Unbroken Bond, Unified Mind, Pokemon together, Mew and Mewtwo, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like, that's a uniqueness to Team Up as well. Absolutely amazing set. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed like some of the cards I've spoken about and get around them as well. If there's any cards that I've missed out, or if there's any sets that you think I should have included, do let me know. But for me, they were the key ones from Sun and Moon era that I thought were really good sets, and I could see the longevity of the investment going on in the future being quite strong. But yeah, as always, guys, that is everything I've got for you today, guys. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter and my Instagram as well. Don't forget my Instagram. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys again soon.